The great age of space exploration is almost over. We've discovered the whole universe. There's nothing left to explore. Sector Nally, the last uncharted corner of the galaxy, lies hidden in the sphere of the Dark Nebula. You, Van Click, an aspiring explorer of the Space Archaeological Society, were sent on a mission into the unknown to uncover an ancient artifact. Your ship completes the warp jump to the other side. Good day, Commander. Apparently we're playing a reading game. Um, Commander? What Commander? This isn't showing up on the stream. Oh boy. Is this just jerky and janky on the stream, or is it just me? Because right now, this doesn't look smooth at all. Hello? Anybody? Let me refresh this. Hey, Zoc. Long time no see. Okay, Commander, what Commander? You must be experiencing consequences of the hyperjump. No worries, there's enough time left over before we arrive on Horizon. Horizon? The blue face replied, Yes, I may remind you, Commander, that this mission was assigned to us by the Intergalactical Cosmo-Archaeological Council. Our quest? Guy, what is wrong with this guy? To search for the Ancient Generation database. It was used to store all humanities' knowledge, humanities' knowledge and secrets on Generation ships. We found out that one of them has crash-landed in this system. I'm going to do some calibrations. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask them, Commander. Who are you? Apparently I don't know anything. I am Verdana. Artificial Intelligence, Model Icarus, whatever. Too many details. I have been your personal assistant for as long as 26 human years. What the hell is wrong with my memory, then? So, do some calibration. I've prepared your personal version of the Empirical Personality Governing Operator, or EGO for short. Collect the scanner. Are you sure? The stream definitely does not look like it's recording this well. Hold on a minute. Let me back out of this. Back to that. Get out of studio mode. Wait for my stream to catch up. Is it just me? What the heck is going on here? It must be my browser. Okay, well, let's head back to that. Like, my browser is not refreshing this. What is going on? Okay, let's try that. In short, latest version of Ego will save your... How should I put it? You'll see the different answers will affect the development of your personality and abilities. But nothing's changed. Verdana responded, that's because you have been given choices. You have not been given any choices yet. I will now ask you a question. How do you get things done, Commander? The ends justify the means the fastest and most efficient way possible. Intelligence and creativity can solve anything, if you use your brain. Cooperation, collaboration, and mutual aid. A kind-hearted person will always receive support from ... intelligence and creativity. Verdana continued, I believe you get the idea, Commander. I must point out there will be choices without visible consequences and questions with no obvious answers. She paused for a bit, then carried on. For instance, you're locked in a room with 2 more people. You're about to fight each other over some food. Make sure you stay out of the fight. Find a way to help both of them. While you were trying to help them, they wounded you and killed each other. Well, food for me then. Hey, it worked out. Ego is unable to predict certain consequences or foresee several moves ahead, but it is good at spotting those special choices when they arise. Pay attention to such situations. They affect your destiny. Okay, great. Part 0. Enter Horizon. Verdana, checking onboard event log. Filter out important events. Red mark filter. Day 342. While checking the gateway, Commander had his suit on and it got jammed. Day 400. Commander defeated the practice bot. Finally. Okay, replay the fight, I guess. This is how I learn how this works. Okay, I guess I just click on the fists. Okay. Unlike the other game, which just tells you an encyclopedia's worth of information on how to play this game, this one's like, hey, just figure it out. Hey, I got a blaster. You finished watching the replay. Haha, check out how I'm going to show that practice bot what I'm made of. Load the next difficulty. Verdana warned you, careful, Commander, the next opponent has increased your ability. Didn't seem so tough. You finished the next replay. That was too easy. I'm ready for the toughest one now. Verdana replied, Commander, the next practice bot deals fire damage. Did you use a portable shield module? Take the shield module. Don't forget to use the shield module. You can use them out of battle. I'm prepared. Well, that's not fair. Shield module. Use. I still took damage. What the heck? I was thinking more like Cortana, or the adjutant, yeah, adjutants from StarCraft. Verdana inquired, would you like me to heal your wounds? Why not? Verdana woke you up from your sleep. Commander, the navigation system's crashed. We need you to fix it. Do you want me to remind you of how to set it up? Sure. Verdana recited the manual. The navigation system consists of a tech cell, a Gauss megascope, and a scientific module. Please remember all components must be operational before the system can be launched. Okay, what next? You need to use the action planner to repair the navigation system. It will help you plan your repairs. Keep in mind, you need to choose the right components in the right order. Let's review the manual. The navigation system, oh, that's the same thing. We're just repeating that. Okay, let's get to it. Verdana voiced her concerns again. Commander, the navigation system needs to be repaired, otherwise you'll not be able to continue on our journey. I can either give up, or the navigation system must have a primary control cell. I can't click on the question mark. A computing element used in various electrical devices. A dangerous substance capable of incinerating practically anything. So probably this thing. The main measurements are read by the means of a hack virus used in the journey. A Gauss megascope. Hey, we need that one. All data is transferred to a rare science module. It's an important part of the complex systems. You don't even want to know how it works. Or acid. Boy. I would imagine we'd want the good one then, huh? I wonder if any of the others are going to be that obvious. Verdana was grateful. Excellent, Commander. The action planner will help you in various scenarios. It'll allow you to solve all sorts of problems in the future. Okay, I'll keep it in mind. Allows for step-by-step problem solving. So the shields that I put on myself, they're still there. Freaked out, Verdana says, Commander, an unidentified ship is approaching. Your orders. She seemed kind of happy. Sends a greeting signal. We'll be able to contact them. Aside from unintelligible static, the ship returned no signal and continued to move in your direction. There's no other way but to annihilate the ship. Kaboom! The unidentified ship began to disintegrate. It became clear, though, that the ship had been severely damaged already. Commander, we need any and all data about this system. Could you explore the ship? All right. You would teleport under the ship and find out what kind of ship it is, find out if I can save someone, tear everything to shreds. I guess find out what kind of ship it is. I think if it's already disintegrating, it's a little too late to save anybody. A lockpick. Corrosion grenades. Smoke. Verdana seemed excited. Excellent, Commander. Would you like to find out more about the equipment you just got? I do not insist, of course, but just in case, so you don't kill yourself. Sure, go ahead. Select an item you want to hear about. What about the smoke bomb? A tactical device. One such bomb can temporarily disorient an enemy, thus giving you time to react. Corrosion grenades. This type of bomb is efficient at destroying enemy armor. Armor is shown in green on your visor combat visor. The lockpick. The lockpick can hardly gouge out someone's eye, so do not even think of using it as a weapon. On the other hand, it's a smart lockpicking system built in. Okay. The small blaster. Basic weapon, deals medium damage. Quite a bit of time to cool down, so you'll not be able to fire it uninterrupted. Also has an ammo limitation. Okay, fine. Commander, something is jamming my transmission, and Verdana switched off. You'd have to figure out what's the matter yourself. A derelict ship, and no one's in sight? Red light flickers ahead as if an alarm has been turned on. I had the feeling something had happened on board long before my arrival. Continue exploring. You enter a room in a small vault shielded by a force field. Walls were covered with control panels of various sorts. The force field was guarding a weird device. That looked like your first chance to loot something. Never mind the stuff that I already looted, but sure. You check an old console behind the force field. A hunched figure was sitting in the chair next to it. Carefully approach from the side. As you were carefully sneaking around, you tripped over a cord and fell down. Not hard enough to receive damage, but still not pleasant. You heard strange footsteps from the hallway. Move toward the rattle? We should maybe look at the technology? I don't know. I think if we get distracted by looking at the technology, whatever's still in here is gonna... It might just be rats. Who knows? Move toward the rattle. Doesn't seem you were welcome here. The visor begins to be dangerous. Enemy, protected by a layer of armor. Use corrosive weapons advised. Take this. Corrosion grenade. Ow. Okay. Easy peasy. Corrosion phaser, an odd alien weapon that seems to use chemical slime as ammo that pierces enemy defenses over time. With a screech, the force field dropped. The bot must have been maintaining it. This was your first archaeological reward on this mission. Great. An unknown artifact. Golden disc with tech slots for unknown cable types, probably Verdana, can help you analyze it. Wow, a container. It is blinking with strange red lights. It's a trap. Okay. We didn't get the hack virus from the tutorial. Perhaps I should have done that. Analyze the trap and attempt to crack it manually. A container surrounded by red lights. There's something valuable inside, but any mistake is sure to set off the trap. First, you need to figure out what activated the trap. A laser detector, a device used to detect movement, or a Gauss megascope. Well, it's probably the laser. The trap was activated by a laser detector. You needed to get past it, but how? Smoke? Even the most dangerous foe can get lost in the smoke. A widespread mode of default blaster. I mean, we could shoot it. We could shoot the thing. But maybe we should smoke this. Hey, a smoke bomb. Lasers could not track you. Only a mechanical lock separated you from the loot. A hack virus. I mean, a mechanical lock. This says it's for electronic locks. I'd like to get one, but I think we need to do this one. It actually says right there, mechanical lock. So yes. This is definitely a reading stream. Like, you have to read to solve the puzzles. You have to know what you're doing. So that's fun. You identified the trap type perfectly, bypassed it, and figured out the container had a mechanical lock on it. Any other approach would have jammed the container. Take everything in it. Shield module kit, universal translator, okay. So this is like a text-based adventure, but with interface. Like, this is more of like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but with visuals. The ship was in ruins. An idle security robot was docked in the corner. Check your teleporter or kick the robot. I mean, if it's a security robot, I don't think we want to kick the robot. Maybe I should check the teleporter? Then again, it's an idle security bot. Is it something I could bring with me? Alright, let's kick it. Ah! Corrosion grenade. Or should I use the corrosion phaser? Probably the grenade. Looks like it's still got some shield on. I got stunned. That's fantastic. Okay, I just punched it. Punched it to death. And we have some iridium. Isn't that radioactive? The destroyed robot joined the trash on the ship. It seemed to have been guarding something similar to a teleportation device. Your own teleport is still jammed. The teleportation device had an input slot of some kind beside it. You looked at the artifact you acquired earlier. It's the key to the teleporter. Eureka! A wild idea flew through your mind. As you put the artifact into the slot, the teleport came to life. The ship experienced a slight thump. You spent a few minutes typing in your ship's coordinates. After that, you... How do you know your ship's coordinates? Outside 20 meters, right? Like, what are you typing in there? You spent a few minutes typing in your ship's coordinates. After that, you ejected the artifact and stepped into the teleport back to your ship. Okay, I would say that's successful. The first thing you did when you got back was ask Verdana about the artifact. She replied, "No idea, Commander. There's nothing in our archives on the origins of such items. For sure, this is a rare discovery. Ask her about resources you found in the ruined ship." I'm assuming that means she's just going to tell me about everything else. Fine. Judging by its molecular structure, this is iridium, Commander. It is used in scientific research as a long-acting fuel for super compact reactors. One such shard is enough to... Verdana went into detail, but you were quite tired and wanted to get some rest. Listen to some rain sounds. It must be, I guess. I don't know. Oh, okay. That must be ship's inventory there. Commander, we set out on this mission to conduct research on the Humanity Generation database lost somewhere in this sector, Verdana stated. Apart from that, would you like to specify a side goal for the record? I want to make a name for myself. I want to research the unknown and uncover secrets. I want to meet new people and new friends. So, like, is this going to give me more points here, or is this based upon what I've already got? Let's just keep going with what we've got. Research the unknown, uncover secrets. Now, yeah, it does. It adds to this. Maybe I should be spreading out a little bit more then, just in case this stuff gets used for choices. Like, you have to have a minimum level on these to get some stuff. Commander emphasized the importance of planet exploration in the Dark Zone. I didn't say anything about the Dark Zone. That sounds terrible. Verdana was adding data to the scientific report. I found a corrupted record, Commander. Verdana called out to you again. Seems like the record on your personal data is corrupted. Check it out. A simple questionnaire, Commander, said Verdana. Which of these archetypes you would pick as a role model? A few seconds later, she added, Commander, please, not like the last time when you wrote 8,000 times I don't know in a 7,000-word survey. Famous explorer. Superhero. Villain. Famous athlete. Messiah. What is with those choices? Famous explorer. A note reads, the Commander does not like filling out questionnaires, which is why his profile is full of descriptions of exaggerated personality models he's always wanted to look like in the eyes of others. You almost reached the planet horizon when the artifact you discovered earlier starts emitting an unnatural dark green light. Call Verdana? Verdana was alarmed. Commander, our ship is cutting through a powerful gravitational current. You are being drawn to the planet. The planet was still quite far away, but something was drawing you to it. Was it the artifact? Order to head for the planet. It is your main quest anyways. Okay. The ship was getting drawn to the planet even more. Sensors went mad. The hull was about to be crushed by some unknown anomaly. Verdana prepared a multi-dimensional field backpack. So like a bag of holding, is that what that means? And some equipment. You had time to specify your choices. Weapons to start with. I have to be able to take care of myself. Gadgets and devices. The environment can be more dangerous than any monster. Various medications and armor. They need to help me, or they can help me last as long as possible, and help others if needed. We're kind of low on the weapons. Well, not really. I mean, I've got some weapons, but we could possibly use some more. Then again, I don't think I've got anything to heal myself with, so how about that? Multi-dimensional field backpack. A special backpack that allows you to store items in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensions, regardless of their weight and mass. Could that be a joke? Well, hell, if we got a time backpack, I should be able to get infinite items then, huh? What did we get? Copper. Carbon. Okay. Well, at least we did get some grenades and bandages. Perfect. The limited amount of supplies and essential injections to adjust to new climates. A limited amount of supplies and essential injections to adjust to new climates. Also, there were lots of various medications among the items delivered. Lock the escape pod shaft. The gravitational... Oh, shit. We shouldn't have gone near the planet. As you were closing upon the planet, your ship began to shake horribly. Your thrusters shut down while reality started to bend. You felt as if you were getting flushed down a wormhole. Something was going terribly wrong. Systems at max, screeched Verdana. Activate the escape pod. You activated the escape pod ejection mechanism and clinged to your chair. The turbulence was so powerful that you almost passed out. But suddenly everything stopped and you felt a slight electric shock at your fingertips. Oxygen was running low in the escape pod. Horizon was just below you, waiting. It was time to choose. What were the options? A transmission arrived a few seconds ago, a request for help with direct coordinates. It could be a trap, or could really be someone in distress. I'm guessing English was not the first language on this one, or it didn't get proofread, whatever. On the other hand, you could attend to these matters later and follow the coordinates of your crashed ship. Maybe it was still in flying condition. Oh boy. You had tech on the ship could prove useful to your survival on the planet. Follow the SOS. Oh, fine, follow the SOS. You activate the thrusters using all what you had left. What was left of your. You activated the thrusters using all what was left of your fuel. The escape pod lunged down toward the planet, roaring as it was entering the atmosphere. Exactly. Right then, a memory of what happened next came back. The desert surrounded you. Left, right, ahead, and back, it was everywhere. You know the definition of a perfect planet? A planet without a desert. The shock-absorbing fluid failed, and the parachutes did not open completely. That was why the collision with the surface was so hard. Get out of the damaged pod as soon as possible. Check on your equipment. I suppose we want to get out of the pod. I don't know. I don't know. It's on fire. But I feel like if we don't, we're going to lose equipment. So this is what? Maybe take some damage, but get our equipment versus don't take damage. We'll be fine. Check on your equipment. While doing the checkup, you noticed the suit's combat module was disabled. Suddenly, you got out of the capsule. A creature resembling a shrimp was crawling a few yards away towards you. It had an enormous, sharp-toothed mouth and 6 huge green eyes. Can it be harmless? Maybe it just wants to make friends. A silly assumption. The good old one, sure, sniffed, opened its mouth wide, and charged in your direction. The accompanying shriek could hardly be called friendly. Defend yourself. Running out of ammo there. Oh, good. Acid corrosion. Fantastic. A blueprint for a shock bat. Success. Finally, you got a chance to take a break. Verdana remained silent. Apparently something was wrong with the portable modulator. You found a basic supply kit that will suffice for a while. I'd rather leave them here. Someone may need them more than I do. No! Take the supplies and move on. A handheld incinerator. Fantastic. What's up ahead? Part 1. Best intentions. So we can look at this some more? Your escape pod. Maybe some jammed vaults can be unlocked. Use the lockpick on that. Okay. Got an armor module. That's nice. Chain ivy. A weird tree that has some great resistance to fire. Some rare elements can be harvested from it. Okay. Keramite. Bloody telekinetic conducts electricity really well, was the reason that a primal alien race discovered electricity in its Stone Age. Okay. Copper. Razor Eye, a dangerous but possible source of iron. Got its name from the times of colonization of the planet Jinn. Anything else? No. Continue the journey. You managed to activate Verdana. She seemed a bit grumpy. I'm picking up a gravitational anomaly just a few hundred meters from the ground, all around the planet, Verdana exclaimed. But the gravity on the planet itself seems to be normal. Can you run more tests? This gravitational anomaly would stop us from leaving the planet on a regular vessel. We have to research this matter, or else we're stuck here. Verdana went on. The SOS signal is coming from a structure just ahead. As Verdana said, you were stuck on the planet. You decided that following the SOS signal would definitely bring you closer to civilization and, with that, bring you closer to finding an answer on how to get the hell out of here. Search the surroundings for anything useful. You looked around and found some scrap. It may prove useful later. Sadly, you drew some unwanted attention while you're at it. You had to fight back. Let's do the corrosive thing. That did not help too much, did it? Thankfully that stunned him, but I am hurting. 8 health points, okay. Well, we can wait just a little bit. And we got some sulfur. Yeah, the artwork for this is great. It's not a terrible game, actually. The writing is a little stiff, but a strange device was lying on the ground just before you. It was emitting weird electric currents. Ah, me and no hacking. Try to access the hardware. I don't know, this seems like a bad idea if it's got electric currents. That's my only lockpick, but try it. You got shocked quite badly. The device switched off and you managed to salvage it. Good. For carbon. Okay. I should probably use my bandage. Used both in battle and during the journey. The desert was hot and full of sand. Sand in your shoes. Take off your shoe and shake it to get rid of the sand. Find a stone to sit down on. That seems like we're gonna sit down on a stone and it's gonna be a creature. But then again, I feel like if we take off the shoe, we're gonna get caught and then we're gonna have to run and we're not gonna have shoes. Now let's sit down on a stone. Eventually you got rid of the sand and were ready to move on when suddenly you saw a familiar shape in the distance. It was that artifact you found on the unknown ship. Verdana, can you see that? Commander, I can see it too. It's not a mirage. You have to follow it immediately. It may hold answers. Verdana was excited. The quest was on. The artifact seemed to drift away into a valley. You almost lost sight of it. You strolled through the valley. It was quiet. The artifact was slowly drifting on. You could still see it. Okay. I feel like I should probably use a bandage. Oh good, you can just use it. The sand was covered with damaged weapons and used bullets. This looked like a scene of a gang fight or a battlefield. Look around. There was a dark spot somewhere deep in the valley. You could not tell whether it was a house or a wreck. Cautiously move forward. It's an ambush! By a shrimp? This one looked different, greenishly different. Its body was covered by some unusual scale. Oh boy. Zombies! It's got armor on it. Probably use a corrosive thing. Actually, what I should maybe do... Stun it? Let's try stunning it. That'll give me some time to maybe use a corrosion phaser on it. And then give it a wallop. Yeah. That was enough to kill it. Hooray. Continue the journey. I feel like I'm using all of my stuff a little too soon here. Verdana self-activated again. I'm picking up a powerful time paradox anomaly right here, she buzzed. You could see a ruined ship in the end of the valley. Look around and cautiously approach the ship. I mean, can we click on anything in this one? No? Alright. Continue the journey. The artifact was nowhere to be seen. Maybe it was inside the ship? The sand started to move. Hey, who are you? What are you? A DNA test is required for identification purposes, an old bot screamed. If you do not match, you will be annihilated. If you refuse, you will be annihilated. The bot approached you with its cutters, apparently ready to perform the test. It won't hurt, will it? You're testing? The robot slightly pinched your leg with its manipulator. DNA testing in progress. Stay where you are, otherwise you will be annihilated. You have been identified. Welcome home, Federal Hero. The bot squeaked and buried itself in the sand again. Looks like the bot took you for its owner. Federal Hero? Alright then, let's take a look at what this hole is. It's a loading screen? Really? Acquired in the journey. All my stuff. What is this? 35 material. I don't know what this means. We will be recycling 35% of it? Well, unload. Okay, whatever. Whatever that means. Jukebox. Stand by. Evil. Technologies, go. Inventory. That's all my resources, I guess. This must be my base of operations. Capsule. Opening capsules. You'll find capsules while in the journey. You can open them here. Capsules contain various resources and equipment that drop randomly, right? Well, technologies, I guess. Creating items. You can create items at the workbench from resources you gathered in your journey or from those you salvage at base. New equipment is unlocked at technologies. Some equipment needs blueprints to be created. Blueprints are found in the world of Horizon. Create a metallic structure. A program for worker droids that allows the combination of primitive resources into more complex ones. That seems like what we want to do. Or salvage carbon, special tech gear that is used for extracting primitive resources from scrap. Let's go with that one. Key Tech, War Crafting. Unlocks access for war crafting technologies. Key Support. New support equipment and techs, devices, okay. Let's maybe do this one first. Oh, okay. So I could salvage carbon. I don't have enough points for the war technology, but I could do support technology. Keytech devices. Allows me to create lockpicks and smoke and shock bats. We do have a shock bat. Let's do that one. Okay, devices. I don't have enough for that. Spend some points on this one, I suppose. Okay, it doesn't use them. I just have to have that much to unlock it. Okay. I don't know. I mean, should I do that, or do I need iridium? I've got 3 of them that I could take into carbon. Let's see what we actually need to do. Ah, there's the bench. Okay. Well, let's go to the bench then. Technologies opens new opportunities to create equipment, weapons, grenades, economical technologies open up new salvage routes for resource production. Gadgets. Lockpicks. Translators. I've already got 4 of those. Bandages. Grenades. I perhaps need more grenades. Or weapons. A shock bat. I could use one of those. Let's craft it. 10 copper. Okay. I have a shock bat. Go to my inventory. Equipment. Yeah. Go to my inventory. Equipment. Shock bat. Okay. Can I... How do I put that in my... Well, let's maybe make another grenade. I cannot. I need oil. Okay. Well, I'll wait to dismantle the iridium, because that may be necessary later. Oh, okay, that just turns it on and off. Alright. Well, let's go. Journey. When you're ready to continue on your journey, you need to collect your journey bag. Click on the items to your journey bag and press forward. Okay. Well. We only get 5 of those. That sucks. Charge mode. What does that mean? When select a weapon to charge. Charging resources available. None. Okay. Well, forward. Yeah, we're in an old downed ship is what we are. Continue the journey. What a wonderful day. I guess. The desert was hot and full of sand. Sand in your shoes. Again? Really? Well, sit down on it again, I suppose. Eventually you got rid of the sand and we're ready to move on. Nothing else happened. Basically nothing. What does that mean? Some masked beefcake emerged right before you. Ah, Slug has offered a bounty for your head, he yelled. Who's Slug? 11 on the shield, huh? I should probably use a shield myself. And there it all goes. Fantastic. Well. Corrosion damage, I guess? Shock bat. I don't know that shock damage would help in this situation. Armor module. Should maybe use that. I mean, really doing stun grenades would be good, because then it allows me to have time, but we just got to get through his shield. He's only got 1 hit point after that. Do corrosion damage. Did shock damage to me. Okay. Ow, that's actually hurt me a lot. Okay, more iridium. And a tooth fairy. I don't know what that's about. I'll use a bandage. What is that? Vertex tubex, a regular plant in zones contaminated with radiation. Its leaves contain usable version of carbon. Okay. Let's see, so if I activate this now, yeah, and then I can put on my armor module. There you go. So now, next time we get into combat, that should help out. We'll be prepared ahead of time. The entrance greeted you with a chill wind. Seemed to be quite nice after the heat of the desert. It was time to venture forward, move down the passage. You descended into the cold hallway. It stretched fairly far. The SOS signal was somewhere ahead, and it was moving away from you. Verdana, are you there? It's kind of lonely. Verdana was silent. She was recharging or something. Oh good, tentacle monsters. This doesn't bode well. You passed by a strange statue with a torch in one hand and some semblance of a book in the other. The area was covered with junk. Among it, you found some loot. Take the loot. Sulfur. The hallway forks in two. Nothing to think about. Take the left branch now. The left pathway looks suspicious. I'd rather go straight down the hallway. Yeah, I mean, maybe. You were just about to go down the hallway when you saw a stone tablet with enigmatic hieroglyphs on it. Under the tablet were 3 buttons that could be pressed. I'm lucky to have an all-purpose translator. The trees are shedding their leaves fast. It means the soul will soon awake, and a southern wind will blow. Is that a riddle or a hint? What should I do about that? What nonsense. But wait, you were thinking aloud. You noticed some drawings above the rock. Square, circle, triangle. Annoyed, kick the tablet with the riddle on it. Square? I don't know. I mean, we're seeing a lot of diamond shapes around here. Triangle? Silence. You realize with horror, you had not even thought about whether wrong answers would be punished. Now you had a choice. Save the cultural heritage or try and break the tablet by force. I mean, I kind of need some resolve here if I'm going to unlock some things, right? Destroy the monolith? I don't know, though. Like, keep the tablet intact. There was nothing else nearby that would be of interest. The hallway was completely silent. Move on. Take more iridium. What is that? Such crystals of various sizes filled the cave. Okay. Well, continue on. So we don't go down the hallway, or down that left side anymore, huh? Doesn't hurt being kind. A pack of natives surrounds you. One of them points a finger at you and yells, that guy that steal my donation for the god of power? I didn't take anything. The small ones start to quarrel. What the hell going on? Damn it. The natives were arguing. While they were engaged in their verbal confrontation, you took from them what would come in handy. We just pickpocket them? I think that's too risky. I better just run off. Take the things and run. Why not? Hey, we need that oil. Oh, we're going deeper still. Okay, fine. Sure, what could go wrong here? Verdana was shutting down all the time, and you decided to try to make a quick fix to her systems. What inspired you? You were inspired by the panoramic view of the cave that stretched in front of you. You were motivated by your suffering and hardships you had to overcome. You felt lonely and decided to change that as soon as possible. I mean, so that sounds like a social deal. Motivated by your suffering and hardships? Is that, like, resolve? We definitely need some of this to unlock the tech stuff back at base. Insight, I would say, is the panoramic view, so let's say suffering and hardships. Hey. Once you reached the end of the hallway, you felt your legs hurt because of the long distance you had to walk, the whole 20 feet. You decided to leave this planet, whatever it takes. An idea struck you. Yeah, exactly. I need to redirect the Zeta stream to... You definitely understood how to reanimate your AI. Did I? Okay. Hi there, Verdana. I've missed you. For now, all you heard in response was some background noise and static. We sure that the idea was borderline genius. Okay. The story is a little weird and hard to follow, but you're walking through an open cave. Ancient monoliths and structures gouge deeply into the rocks. Examine the walls and hallways. Load the last day's events to the AI's memory. Why would I do either? I mean, examining the walls and hallways sounds good, but why do I need to load the day's events to the AI's memory? Is that a save? Maybe I should save. Verdana will be able to analyze them and suggest something when she comes back to life. Something sarcastic for sure. Okay. Examine walls and hallways. Hey, more stuff. You take a closer look and found some minerals and metals that would come in handy if you had a chance to create additional equipment. What's that up ahead? An old digging machine was sprawling up ahead. For a moment, you thought you saw someone flash inside the cabin and hide quickly. Is anyone there? The hallway stretched onwards and onwards. You couldn't see its end, but you could see your map tracker. The distress signal really close. You had no time to wait. Safety first, I would say, but make haste. We've got to build up that resolve. As you were closing on the signal location, you started to hear shouting. Someone was still there. Bravely walk forward. I mean, that's resolve, yeah? We should probably hide and peek out at what's going on. It was a group of pygmies that seemed to be itching for a brawl. Luckily, you had decided to hide. Once they passed, you were ready to move on. Hey, we got some scrap. You saw a large man shouting. Get this scum in the van, quick, boys. We need to get all the info out of him fast. Come on, faster. The bandits were trying to pull another man into their hover van. Seemed like he didn't want that to happen. As they fought, you saw something fall out of their captive's bag. Eventually, they managed to push the stranger into the van. A few moments later, they were gone. Pick up the object that fell out of the bag. Sid's data pad. If you find it, return to Sid. It's scribbled on the side. Seems like its owner would really want it back. It has detailed info on geography of Horizon. If only you could turn back time and choose again. Well, hey, wait a minute. I've got a time-dimensional bag here. Like, why can't I choose again? The device was old, dusty, with an unknown interface, but it was a map. The map had detailed coordinates of Horizon. You heard a loud roar in the distance. A huge horde of pygmies was approaching you. You had to move. Teleport to base or continue the journey. I guess we don't need to go back to base yet. Continue on. You barely made it out alive. Pygmies were left, right, and center, all over the place. Some were chasing you. Actually go out and fight them, run around a sand dune, wasting their time. Sure. You managed to exhaust them and hide behind a dune. Suddenly, a huge explosion shook the ground. The cave behind you was sealed shut. If anything was to come out of it, now it would have to find another way. I mean, attacking the pygmies gives me chances to... I don't know. We just end up using more equipment. But it gives me a chance, perhaps, to build up my resolve. Now, let's just quietly slip away. Oh my god. You saw a mirage that reminded you of something very familiar. What could it be? Get closer to the image or walk away. It's clearly one of these thingies. But is it a mirage? Probably not a mirage. Walk away from that. I don't know. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's a roguelike or not. It seems to follow like a very standard choose-your-own-adventure path. I don't think things are randomly happening. You see a small animal escaping from a shrimp, but then again, I don't know that for sure. Commander, are we just going to stand there? Let's get a good position and watch for scientific purposes. Verdana was a bit bloodthirsty. No way, let's save the poor animal. Isn't that one of those explosive things? Remind me to give you a scan disc once we get home. Let's get out of here fast. Now let's save the poor animal. Ooh, that's a... Okay, well that doesn't actually add up to too much. That's not terrible. If I did this, just one gun... Well, actually, this would be enough. 6 neural damage and then 2 neural damage with a 50% chance at it anyway. Okay. There goes my shield. That's not too bad. I rely a lot on that gun. I definitely need that. A stranger appeared. You saved him. I'm so grateful. There, take this in return. Okay, we do need that oil. The hideout contains some items. We need a hack virus. Well, we need both, actually, but let's use a hack virus this time. Butchtus, to a really aggressive cactus that spreads its roots deep underground to reach it for moist... but usually find... What? Okay. Oil, hey. Sporenom, a phlegmatic plant that survives practically anything, glows with chemical colors in the dark. Okay. Well, why don't we go back to base? I'm sure it brings me right back to this spot. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Technologies, can I unlock any more? Devices? No, I need 15. Have we earned enough on that? No, I need 5. 15 on that too, okay. I need 40 keramites. Again, I still don't think we need that. Maybe we do, I don't know. Let's see, gadgets. I could use that. I could use some lockpicks. Okay, there we go. Let's take 2. Wow, we didn't have much carbon left at all, did we? Universal translators. How many of those do I have? I've got 2 there. I still got some bandages. Could definitely use one of these, but now I don't have any carbon, so now I need to maybe get rid of that. We didn't use the shock bats at all. Okay, well we can put those in. So maybe we get 7 to 10 carbon for every scrap that we use. Requires 5 scrap? What? So how do I see how much of that I've got? Well, let's do it and see what it does here. I can now salvage copper. Let's see. Ah, salvage. Ah, I see. Okay, so I can turn this scrap into carbon. Gives me 24. I don't need that. So I could make another smoke grenade. Alright. That works out for me. We have no capsules. We now have grenades. Okay. Okay, there's no save, so it just auto-saves then, I guess. Take all those things. I see. I've got 4, so it takes 3. Yeah, we should probably charge that. Okay. Okay, I'm getting it. Let's go forward. Continue on. Well, that was interesting. But still, questions needed to be answered, and it seems the man taken prisoner could have something to tell, and you could be a nice guy and help him. On the other hand, you had his datapad with the coordinates that lead to this unknown artifact. Yes, you could feel that this was the time Lady Luck smiled at you. You could go for the artifact. Seemed that it was something to be contested, and something that might prove valuable. The stranger was captured by some freaks. He definitely needed help. All of this was none of your business, and you got the coordinates of another artifact. Do I need to remind you, what is your profession? I mean, we could go be a hero, and the guy might be grateful. I don't know if we get more than one character or not. I mean, it seems like we're going to go into a lot of combat, and I don't know if I've got enough equipment for that. Ah, sure, let's go save the guy. The datapad had a security feature that made it possible to track its owner. You had Sid's coordinates. You were on the road again. Part 2, Chasing Shadows. Kaboom! Without noticing it, you found yourself amidst a minefield. Ah, shit. I don't have a Gravigrapple, so we gotta walk with caution. You were amidst a minefield. If you identified the mine's active elements correctly, you'd be able to disarm them. You see a layer of mines marked red. What is their active element? Shock element? Nanoburn. You see a layer of mines marked blue. You need to identify their active element. Acid. Shock. So this is not colorblind friendly at all. It's obviously the shock element. You identify a layer of mines marked green. Acid. The field was completed successfully. Also, you could take some charges with you. Well, it seems like so far the corrosion stuff is the best. Yay. And some scrap. Corrosion breaks down armor and shields, so that's pretty good. 2 bandits are fighting over some loot. They've detected you. You have to make up your mind fast. Well, that guy has probably got, like, acid laser, whatever, so hit the green one. Hit him with a corrosion damage grenade. I see. My punching gives me a stun. So actually, it seems like I could use that, well, 25% chance of a stun. The red bandit was pleased you helped him and shared some loot with you. That felt great. I see. Okay. Vertex 2-Bix, regular plant, contaminated leaves, okay. More carbon. Said and done. Mountains block your path. Your destination was somewhere over the rocky ridge. A small raider outpost was just ahead. Surely you could get through there, but it would definitely prove to be dangerous. Scan a path through the mountains. No luck. There was no obvious way through, but you got some resources. To the outpost. The outpost, in fact, was a base of operations for the bandits. If you could call what they did operations. Hey, bandits want a piece of me? Carefully walk ahead. I don't know, like one more and we get the 5th level of resolve there. Sure, call them out. This is going to be stupid. Some bandits came out of cover. They quarreled for a bit, then the largest one walked forward. A fight was inevitable. Or was it? Hack is PD. Like, I feel like we could use this hack virus for something better. It is called Star Story. Hold on here, let me check. The window says Star Story 24. Its full thing is Star Story: The Horizon Escape. Is what it's called. I feel like we could use that hack in a better situation. But let's use it. Why not? Hack his PDA and make Verdana send him a funny picture. The bandit got really distracted. It didn't look like he was ready to fight. At all. Ever again. You decided not to check what picture Verdana sent him. You found an old crate. It was locked. A bandit has detected you and is charging your way, shouting something rude. Quickly unlock the crate and take what you can and run. Okay. 24 endings? Okay. A pack of shrimps was sniffing out your location. They seem to be drawn to your gadgets. Throw them a lockpick. Nah, we can fight this one. It's only got 8. Okay, it's going to burn me now. Shoot it. Victory. A group of pygmies was following you for some time already. It seems they've cornered you. Talk them into having a party and quietly slip away. Well, you did not really manage to make them party, but at least they started a fight with each other. You had some time to slip away. Well, I was useful back there. You almost made it out. The ruined city was just ahead. Your coordinates seemed to be correct. I thought we were trying to save this guy. As you were setting your foot on the hot desert sand, a gush of wind nearly blew you over. The city was in your sight. That seemed to be the final destination of those bandits. An ancient guardian bot has locked his long-range missiles onto you. You have to break it down so he doesn't fire. Great. We've got a shock thing, yeah? Let's shock him. I really only did 2 damage. Okay, that's not great. Let's stun him. And then use a corrosion gun on him. And then give him a punch. I'm using a lot of items here. What do we got? Razor Eye. More iron. Let's use a shield module and an armor module. And maybe I should go back and make some new items for myself. Okay. Lots of scrap. So now I should have unlocked this. We can make Warcraft. We can make handheld incinerator. Let's go ahead and craft that up. So we got one of those. Used in journey and in battle. Doesn't have much ammo. Let's see, consumables. I still got those. Super jump boots. I cannot make those. I feel like... Let's see, how do I... How do I charge my gun again? Well, wait a minute. Now that I've hit 15 on the social, I should be able to get the next level of support. Hey, Gravagrabbers. We know those are useful. 25 on that. Really? Well, I don't think I'm going to do that. That's kind of cool, though. Lose the game 24 times to unlock a 25th one. Tooth Fairy. Everybody has a plan until they get hit by this thing. Corrosion grenades are now available. Do not have enough of those. Painkillers. Do not have enough stuff for that. Armor module would be nice. I need more carbon. Wait a minute. Wait. I've got 4 of those, so I don't need one. The Gravagrabber. There you go. Wow, I do not have enough of that at all. Perhaps I need more... I don't have enough copper. Could make some more carbon for myself, though. I don't have enough materials of anything else. I really like this, but we don't... I thought I did get this, though. You have to have a blueprint for each one you make? That seems kind of crap. Alright, well anyway, let's continue on. I really would like more stuff. Let's put that in the charger. Oh, I see. You can give it up to 5 charges. Let's put that in the charger, too. For a third shot. Alright, now we go. So you can die, though, huh? And then what, just start over? The ridge was left behind. Now, only occasional rocks reminded you that the desert had something besides sand. You were greatly surprised to encounter a small graveyard on your way. Perform various rites and recall some charm words? Walk into the graveyard. Examine the graveyard from a side. The small area looked as though it had been torn from another world. It seemed inappropriate and ridiculous in the desert. A few graves and old gravestones. This place was once well kept. But now the 3 trees were withered, and the scanty grass looked gray and diseased. A dreadful environment. Perform some rituals. Let's see what that's about. You had to turn off for Donna, who began to lecture you on your behavior. You wasted half an hour on the preparations, but now you feel a bit more confident. Walk into the graveyard. A patch of land in the middle of the desert, unusual and scary. Now, you saw 5 graves with gravestones. Maybe they would help you understand what kind of place this was. Examine the biggest. The developers apologize for being unable to place a worthy monster here. This is because of the crisis in the computer monster market. What's available? Ah, damn. Okay. Oh, they're just ones? Ah, hell. I've been afraid of fighting the pygmies this whole time? Maybe those were pygmy children. I don't know. Maybe I'm a monster. Very interesting sepulchres. You can hardly say anything more. Examine more gravestones. A patch of land, la la la. How about the unearthed grave? A single girl would like to meet... Brilliant. Looks like she found a mate. What? How about the oldest gravestone? We will always remember... What's his name? I had a friend. One in my native language. I should have cut the blue wire. I always cut the blue one. I should take note of that. Examine another gravestone. Read the inscription of the newest gravestone. And he said, "Throw me that grenade." Similarly, I once asked someone to throw me a knife. Well, I've examined everything. Time to move on. Alright. Getting a lot of insight here. Maybe I should go back now that I've unlocked that. See what else I can unlock here. Yeah, it's hard to say if those were actually pygmies or if those were pygmy children because, like, I don't know. Either could have been wearing that kind of crazy looking armor. Okay, unlock devices. We now have access to some more devices. A zap pistol? Ah, EM grenade. Once again, I'm missing copper. I really should try and get myself some more carbon. I don't have any of these. Let's get some more carbon. It'd be nice to have at least one. Let's go for 2. That's fine. Got 4 of those. Bandages. Painkillers, again with the copper. You know, this has really given me vibes for, Subnautica. Maybe I should go with 1 more lockpick. some more stuff here. Let's hit the go. Forward we go. Moving forward. You went past a fragment of your wrecked pod. That was a compression battery that was used in the control panel. The charge was warm, which means the decomposition elements inside were unstable. Unstable battery sounds like a really bad idea. Steer clear of it. In any case, there's no time to think about all pros and cons. What was important was finding shelter and making a plan of how to save yourself. More oil. To be or not to be? Where was I? In the distance, ruined spires towered the sky. Crowds of gangsters could be seen with the naked eye. I would not recommend you go there, if you have any desire to survive, Verdana intervened. On your way, you ran into a bulletin board. It had pictures with some numbers at the bottom on it. Apparently, those were bounties promised for capturing someone. In the center, you saw a rather detailed portrait with a message underneath. This is Slug's order. Do not loot. Take to the big boss's cave. Verdana archived the message. Uh-oh, is that me? Jeez, I've become a star. I feel that wasn't the worst outcome, I guess. The ruined city towered in front of you. It seemed empty, but you could feel it was full of bandits and maybe even some sand shrimps? Most probably them, yeah. As you ventured towards a destroyed alleyway, you saw figures jumping out of the darkness, but none came closer. Try to interact with the figures. You see a wounded pygmy lying on the ground. It's pretty hurt by a blaster shot. Seemed to be the bandits' idea of having fun. Tend to the wound. As you help the pygmy, another pygmy hops out, stares at you, and then whispers, if only that could be called whispering, "You no go that way. Go this way. That way bad men big guns." That seems to be a pretty straightforward advice. Seemed to be their idea of saying thank you. Check out the pygmy path. You took the pygmies road and descended to an underground level. Seemed all the action usually took place in higher levels, so you were pretty safe here. You soon heard some strange noises, from the sound of which you managed to figure out there was a person with some intellectual handicap trying to intimidate his prisoner. It seemed the interrogator decided to make a break and popped out for some time. You slowly made your way into the room. You saw the man from before sitting tied to a chair. "My God, would he never shut up," he said. "I thought I'd die from his voice alone. Boy there, maybe you could give me a hand and untie me so we could get the hell out of here?" "Yeah, why not?" As you were closing on the captive man, a voice interrupted you. "I would not do that if I were you. Do you have any idea who this man is? He probably is the guy who had the thing." Tell me about him, and yourself." "This is Sly Sidimonius? It's Sid, probably. Sidimonius, the most wanted criminal this side of the nebula. You should check your friend or foe status with this guy. Why would you even think that you need to help him?" "I want to find an artifact, and he seems to know something about it." "Do you know that this planet is actually not a planet? It's a space station, and a hella big one, with guns and stuff, and there's an artifact out there that can give anyone access to its systems. Imagine all the things you could do with that. What say you? Let's team up. You seem like a witty mate. We could be partners. He's totally going to betray me." "Deny the offer. Help Sid escape from this city. He can help you get out of the planet, or accept the offer and tell the bandit boss about the artifact coordinates. He can definitely offer you more power." "Absolutely not. Help Sid." "How about no?" you replied, and cut Sid's ropes. Sid jumped up and extremely fast shouted, "Give me that device that I dropped. I saw you pick it up." Okay. You hurled Sid the data pad. He mashed some key combination into it, grabbed your hand, and in a whoosh, you were out. It was a portable teleporter, and now you were in the middle of the jungle. Okay. So where are we, and who are you, and yeah. "Is that the way people hook up these days? I'm getting really old then," he laughed. Then you both laughed. "I saw your distress signal and decided to check it out, but I got myself in the middle of something interesting here, it seems," you said. "Technically, we all just want to get away from this planet. Yeah, and that big guy, too. He is Slug, by the way. We used to be partners at some point. Slug wants to get hold of an ancient cryptic artifact that can turn this planet into a Death Star and then fly off. That probably includes quite a lot of pirating. Imagine how dangerous he would be if he got hold of that." "And you don't plan to do that?" "I'll be honest with you, I'm a bandit too, but I act in much more civilized ways. And also, I'm not into killing. Definitely not my type of thing. There are tons of more ways to have fun than that for sure. My plan is pretty simple. There is a generation database on this planet with lots of funky and cool tech inside of it, and I know where it is. Now we just have to reach it. This thing surely has an answer on how to get out. Sid sure likes to talk a lot. Let's move then. Part 3, On the Run. A green oasis was stretching in front of you. You still had to answer plenty of questions. Why was that base pursuing you? What was that disk artifact? Why was absolutely everything trying to kill you? But first of all, you had to reanimate your AI. Verdana, hello. You alive in there? Commander, finally. You have collected enough wit to reboot the relational... Your AI was silent for a few seconds. Well, something's suppressing my neuron field. I will not be able to watch all your actions all the time, but sometimes I will be able to come to your aid if needed. Well, that's something. So now that we're with Sid, is he going to pop up in combat? Commander, it seems something is interfering... Verdana just blanked out. It did not look like a regular power issue. Something was jamming her signal. Check the area for anomalies. You turned around and saw a strange man in the distance. He seemed to be trying to hide, but it was not really effective. He was holding a device and vigorously pressing some buttons on it. Come closer and punch him. Greet him. Nothing changed. The man was still there, mashing the buttons on this device. Come closer and punch him. He saw you walking toward him and pressed some more buttons on his device. You were trapped in a strange simulation. We can't hack our way out, so battle the system. Hey. Well. Now it's time for a shock thing, right? Shotgun. Bat, whatever. Okay. Maybe we can save a little bit. Wow. For a 25% chance, the stun thing seems to be working a lot. Okay. Took out my shield and all that good stuff. It's not great. You broke the simulation and escaped the mirage. The strange man was just in front of you. Take his device and break it underfoot. Take the device and remove its batteries. Ask him politely to get the hell out of the way. Take the device and remove the batteries. Wow, that little son of a... Oh my god, I have to really look over my language protocols. I've been hacked. Burst out Verdana. I'll go on a reboot. Should be fine after that, thank you. Okay, maybe let's put a shield module back on. Let's look around. Finally got some Keramite. Ooh, we need copper. Okay, continue on. Wonder what that does. Oh, that's interesting. Sid went on further about how great it would be to find the data bank and all the things they could do with it. You were a bit suspicious. Let's move on and secretly ask Verdana. Well, what'd you expect from a renowned pirate, she mentioned. I should keep a lookout if I were you. I'm getting the feeling that you don't actually need him at all to escape the planet. Maybe she was right. What was stopping you from switching off the gravitational anomaly on your own? There's a lot of reading in this. Suddenly, you heard a clicking sound. It seems you've sprung a trap. You were trapped in a cage that slid up from the ground really quickly. Find a way out. You fiddled with the lock and found a way to rearm the trap mechanism. The cage slid back under the ground. You salvaged the mechanism and made haste so you would not be caught by those who set the cage. More scrap. Perfect. See, this is why you need lots of items. What do we have here? You met a stranger with a sand shrimp. It seems it was his pet. It does not seem like a he to me, but what do I know? Came closer and whispered to you. Make a smiley face. Help me. It's fine. It's okay. Help me, please. This shrimp has telekinetic powers. Talk to the shrimp, if that makes any sense. Judging by what the shrimp replied, it had quite a large IQ. It offered you some resources if you would just walk away and stop interfering. Oh. What? You see an alienish stranger standing on a rock in the distance. He is shouting in a broken dialect. You no come closer. It's trap. Ground moves. Eat you alive. Something strange is going on. Oh, no. Walk to the stranger, ignoring his warnings. I have no choice. As you come closer, the earth started to tremble, as if you woke it up, and dead sand shrimps started popping out of the ground. I told you, stupid human, you heard the alien voice. Well, we stunned him. You fought the zombie sand shrimps and eventually got to the stone the stranger was on. Now you had to escape, and you could take the stranger with you. Okay, walk to the other side together. Ah, okay. Yeah, shoot him. Almost enough to kill him. Got some carbon. You helped the stranger escape. He was really grateful and gave you some stuff. Chain ivy. Small container. Alright. I should probably go back to base. I'm missing a few things now. Alright, that's a fair amount of stuff. Now wait a minute, where was this thing? Well, first of all, let's unlock some new tech. I cannot. 25 needs to be the new tech. Okay. 15 on that one. We never did have enough of this stuff. I've got 7. I've managed to get 7 of that. Okay, great. Could get more carbon. Let's get more carbon. Still not enough. I got 55. There. Now we can salvage iron. Ow. Now we can get copper. Okay, cool. So what am I missing out on here? We should probably do a hack virus. Gonna need some copper there. Should maybe do two of each if I can. Except I don't have any more of that, so. And all of this is gone now. I should definitely get more hacks. Well, wait a minute, how many? I have 0 on those. And the translators. Translators require copper and carbon. Okay, well, we definitely want a bunch of those. A few more. Okay, I think we're still good there. I don't know if I need a painkiller. It does more healing. Let's get this first. Need more carbon. Definitely need at least 2 of those. Maybe another stun grenade? That'd be good. Can't make any more of those. I'll need to recharge. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do, dang it. Ah! Alright, grab that one first. Put those on the specialties in the back. Okay. Forward. The construction towering before you was not one of these origins. What? It looked quite alien in this jungle scenery, with all its pygmies and shrimps. You enter the shade of the building. It was quite cool in there. I'll be on guard. You do the searching. I'll just scan for electronics. The database ought to pop up. Well, good, because that'll get me to the next insight level. It's dark in here. Yeah, the scan looks like a great idea. Let's boot it up. After a few minutes of technobabble and a few random walls that hit you with your head... a few walls that hit you with your head. I know what they're trying to say here. The two of you managed to stroll into a room. Something was emitting light from the far corner of the room. Actually, it was two lights, like two eyes. You slowly approached the light. Great of you to come and save me. This wire has jammed some of my systems, you heard a slightly robotic voice. And you are? Codename Blake. I perform tasks of the databank that is associated with the colonization of this system. So far, humans did not succeed in their duties, and I am attempting to enhance the process. Primarily due to the fact that this is not a planet. Yeah, we already know this is not a planet, stepped in Sid. What info do you have on the gravitational anomaly here? Why the hell can't anyone fly away from here? Blake paused for a bit, as if thinking. The anomaly is of technological origins. It runs on a large power source. Two ways to neutralize the gravitational anomaly: externally shut down the power source, or receive authorized access to the control panel of the planet. Consequences of such actions unknown. Unknown? What are you talking about? A steady course of action would be to find other humans. That way, you would be more safe and could increase your knowledge. Let me enhance your scan device with my data, Blake said. He stretched out his hand, waiting for you to give him your navigation device. All right. A few seconds later, he gave it back. It had full data on the local surroundings. There was a large patch of unknown territory that seemed to not have any data on it. When you examined it closer, the info said, no signal received. That was quite strange. Also, the location of the Horizon Hall of Control showed up. You could see it clearly now. Sid, what do you think? Well, there's only one thing to do. Let's get out of here. You rusty old piece of... Sid started mumbling while attempting to drag Blake away from the wires. Hey, give me a hand here. We need to give this guy a quick fix and get moving. He asked for help. Let me think about it. Seemed the choice was quite clear. Shut down the gravitational anomaly and fly off. Sid was up to it too. Something seemed wrong about this. Consequences unknown. To hear something like that from an android that had all humanity's knowledge. You were not sure that you could convince Sid to take an alternative route. Why would you need Blake or Sid when you had Verdana? Sure, she could help you tinker with Horizon's controls. Sid is right, you should help him with his revolution. If you destroy the gravitational jam, you would just fly away, right? Screw Sid, he was just interested in his revolution. Who knows what would happen if you blow up the Horizon Core reactor. And you need to get real stuff done. Find a way to get out of here. So this must be like the storylines towards one of the 24 different endings, right? So I feel like if we go against Sid here, like there's going to be some final confrontation eventually. Which, you know, wouldn't be too bad, I guess, but he's probably going to take... the robot with him. Ah, why not? What the hell? Let's make Sid the new Dark Lord. That seems like how this is going to go. Maybe I'll have a chance at the end, though, to take over for myself. Why not? Help Sid! You lunged forward, and with Sid's help managed to draw the android away from the charged wires. He was heavy as hell, the weight of all humanity's knowledge. What now, you ask? Let's get moving. We gotta make way to the control room before Slug gets his hands on the Horizon Hall of Control. And a few hours later, with the help of Sid, the three of you arrived at your destination. This might actually be a better idea, because otherwise we'd be going up against Slug and his goons alone. Maybe we can leave these guys to duke it out at some point. Coordinates led the three of you to a mysterious-looking cave. Blake, are you okay? Nothing will interrupt our current mission. Blake seemed to be very determined. So much for the android. What now, Sid? The control room is over at the far side of this cavern, told Sid. We should watch out for Slug's thugs, though. They could cause trouble, and we don't want that. When we're doing rocket science. Okay, let's go. Part 4. People of Resistance. I was not under the impression that Sid was here to start a revolution. It seemed like he was just a famous pirate. You saw a very long metal bridge in front of you. An immobilized robot was blocking the way. It looked heavily armored, and its power shields were vibrating in the air. One of its pupils was emitting red light, but it was showing no signs of aggression for now. I'll manage to do it all. I don't know what I'm waiting for. I'll show this robot. Skull? Is that a death skull? Does that mean death? Is this a way to die? Yeah, let me put on some armor and shields. Why don't we hack into the shields? Using my one thing, but here we go. You managed to disable the robot's power shields. However, that woke it up. There's nowhere to retreat. Engage in combat. Well, that's something anyway. I guess we can use a grenade here. Or use one of my corrosion phasers. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Why don't we use a shock baton on it? Probably didn't need to do that, though, because I could have just punched it, and then the corrosion would have done an extra damage on it. After the battle, you were able to remove the robot's undamaged shields you had disabled in advance. Cool. Well, that'll help. I can fill up my own shields with that. Continue on. A pack of bandits were ahead. They haven't noticed you yet. Slug's thugs are after us, Sid whispered. You had to get through. Bait one of the bandits into a choke point and deal with them one by one. Make a hollow disguise with the help of Blake and go talk to the bandits. Boy, I don't know. It seems like we're going to have to deal with them either way, but... Hollow disguise. Blake helped you set up a hologram that would alter how others see you, but for a short amount of time. A few seconds later, the bandits saw a girl walking toward them. Everything was going fine. Now you just have to convince them to leave. Improvise. You convinced the bandits you were just one of the girls that Slug sent to them, and that the rest were waiting over at the exit from the cave. The way is clear, for now. A strange shrimp statue was standing in front of you. The strange thing was that it had wings, and it was looking at you, or it seemed to. What do you want? Who walks on 4 legs in the morning, on 3 legs in the afternoon? Damn it, wait. I'll check the data storage to see how to say it right, the shrimp said in your voice. In your voice? Stop, why are you talking in my voice? Who says I'm talking? You're just hearing my voice inside your head in the form most pleasant to you. You're hearing your own voice because you probably love yourself so much. The shrimp cast a look at the gate. Anyway, I won't let you pass until you solve my riddle. Hold on, look how smart and resourceful I am. The shrimp interrupted. How can a humanoid stay awake for 8 days? Sleep at night and stay awake in the daytime? Tired of having to deal with you. Move along, the shrimp said, and fell silent. Easiest trial of my life. Death walks among you, you heard a voice ahead. Edgy posers again, exclaimed Verdana. Avoid the stranger and move on? Or get closer? Get closer. Die, 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 the stranger seemed to be talking to himself. Eventually he saw you. Oh, I was rehearsing. Someone has to do the creepy part of the job, he explained himself. In any case, I have to move out on my next operation. And on that note, he dissolved into a dark mist, leaving his gear behind. I expected more from that. Unfair, noted Verdana. I'll take the stuff. Apart from some useful resources, there was a medical unit that you could not take with you, but could use once. Oh, okay. Was it? I don't think we need to go back just yet. I've still got plenty of stuff. I mean, using the translators, I'd like to maybe have another translator. It looked like one of those classical puzzles where you had to guess, where you had to guess the tile that does not have a hungry crocodile underneath it. Well, only choice is to run over to the other side really fast. That hurt, but you still had to move across. Strive on. Just a tiny bit more and you'd be there. Oy. More thugs were guarding the way, but this time they were alarmed, and they saw you first. A large figure stepped out. You recognized him. It was Slug. You're not getting anywhere this time, he chuckled. The horizon is mine. Step out and call him out to a fight? I mean, I guess. Or we could use the translator. I feel like we're going to need the translator to solve the puzzle here, so we should probably just fight him. It's maybe a bad idea. Can I use a bandage first? Okay, let's fight. Boy. How about we stun him first? Hit him with a corrosion grenade. Do some fire damage? I don't know, he's got a lot of shields and stuff. This is not gonna go well for me. Corrosion gun, perhaps? I don't know, the shock damage is gonna do too much. I just keep shooting him with my gun, I guess. He's got a lot of points there. This is not good. Okay, that hurt a bit. Fire damage, shock damage, fire damage. Okay, we might actually be able to get him with just a punch. Hey! Hey, Axelomet. Top 3 games of all time? I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I mean, I would definitely put like Zeus and SimCity 3000 in the top 10. Like my favorite games though? I don't know. Let's see here. You managed to damage Slug's gear over the course of the fight. That was great. Now you won yourself some time. You had to make haste to the control room. You felt really dizzy. It was hard to concentrate. Ah, hell. It did not seem to take out his thing there. Okay, now we need to heal up here. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. 1 hit point left. Okay, I think we need to go back to base. It's a little tight there. Still can't make that. Still can't make that. Have we unlocked anything new here? That, yes. New weapon, zap pistol. Oh, definitely can't make that 100 copper. We should definitely make some more of those. Any more copper? probably got enough that I can use all this stuff. We're probably close to the end here, I'd imagine. EM grenades, actually 14 shock damage. Yeah, I should be making several of those. Alright. Bandages, we're going to need some of those for sure. Wait, I'm out of oil? Yeah, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, well, more lockpicks, definitely more of these if we can. Let's say 2 of those. Make another one of those. Then I'm going to have to save some carbon to charge my stuff. Oh yeah, here, good. Was I not able to make a third one? I've got 4 of them. Okay. Wait, what's that death thing? Nothing. Right. So we definitely want a lot of that stuff. Then we want to charge up the gun. Okay, I gotta get more. Oh, I see, it's taking copper. That took iron. Alright. A bit too much, so I could get copper to fill that out for sure. There. Okay, full charges. We got quite a few things. Let's go. You reached the control room. That felt great. You were inches away from making a great escape. All you had to do now was blow up the reactor so the gravitational anomaly would fall. Sid looked happy, and Blake just looked blank. A human can't read android emotions. They just don't have any. The reactor was towering in the middle of the room. It was a large structure that was glowing with a pleasant blue light. Sid got Blake to the reactor controls. You were watching them. So now, do your thing. You said you can disable the power source. Get on with it, Sid told Blake. Blake stood silent. Unauthorized command, he replied, after a few moments. What are you talking about? Get on with it, pressed on Sid. But it was useless. The android was in some sort of lockdown. You could hear Slug's bandits roaring at the entrance to the room. You were trapped. Bandits charged into the room, and you heard a familiar voice. You had your chance, boy. Now you're dead meat. Then they opened fire at you, and you were forced to run. You managed to hide behind one of the large pillars that were holding up the reactor. Suddenly, a loud thump shocked the ground, and the reactor lit up with a strong white light. Blake shut down the reactor, but something was terribly wrong. Everyone stopped shooting and gazed at each other. Then suddenly one bandit let go of his gun, and it didn't fall. By shutting down the gravitational anomaly, Blake also reversed all gravity on Horizon and destroyed its atmosphere. Needless to say, humans aren't very good at breathing in space. And you are human. You thought of that, and then you died. I died? Okay, key choices made. Well, don't blow up the reactor in the future, I guess. Sid did seem like a nice fellow to side with, and despite his rebellious schemes, he might have got you out. Sid knew about the Humanity Generation databank and brought you to it. This gave you the crucial info on the location of the Horizon Vault. Turned out that the databank was an android, Blake. You thought that you could use Blake to disarm the Horizon gravity jam, but it turned out that this task was too great for him too. Something went wrong with the reactor as the planet was stripped from atmosphere and gravity. Few survived that, but they were free. That sucks. That's a very abrupt ending. I thought we were doing really well right up until then. Well, I mean, there's only try again on here, but I don't think we're going to try again. I would just make the same choices right up until then, but yeah, 24 endings, huh, for the golden one. Truth number 2. We unlocked one of them for real then, I guess. What's next? You were sure you died, but it seemed you didn't. In fact, you were back in the escape pod, and the planet was just below you. You were brought back in time. By your backpack, I assume, except you remember what happened. You learned something, something of great importance. The reactor in the Horizon Hall of Control was dangerous. Working with it unprepared could spell catastrophe for everyone, including you. But such a source of energy could prove useful to your cause. Could you find a way to use it in your interests? What now? Verdana woke up. Commander, a curious message from the unidentified Evil Co. station has been received. Should I decrypt it? Okay. So this is interesting. Yeah, read the message. Rate our game. Not now. Oxygen was running low in the escape pod. Horizon was just below you, waiting. What were the options? A transmission arrived a few seconds ago. A request for help with direct coordinates. Could be a trap, or could be someone in distress. Or you could say, okay. So we know we're following it to him. Or we can do one of these things. You uncovered the known location of the Generation Databank. You could search for it now. Or you had tech on the ship that could prove useful for your survival on the planet. Let's head to the database now that we know where it's at. You activate the thrusters using all that was left of your fuel. The escape pod lunged towards the planet, roaring as it was entering the atmosphere. So, is this like you're supposed to unlock all 24 endings and then the 25th one is the real one? You diced through the atmosphere and crashed onto the surface of the planet. You hit your head a bit. That was part of the fun. A voice was heard from outside. Yeah, what you doing over there, my lad? Over my land. I'ma blow you to bits. Get out of here. Get out of the pod and greet the owner with the voice of the voice. Prepare to the attack. So it looks like I save all my stuff. Okay. So I wonder if that means all my stuff is unlocked. All my items are still here. I see. You are meant to play this multiple times. What's in the backpack? Nothing here. Okay. My scrap is gone, though. So I should have used it all before the end there. I see. I see. Well, at least we charged up a lot of stuff. This actually gives me quite an advantage here. Okay. Well, get out of the pod and greet the owner of the voice. Get out of the pod. A strange creature was standing before you. You crazy? You listen to me? Did I finally find someone that understands me? Courage and planning are unpredictable. It's total insanity you can rely on. What does that mean? Sure. The small creature went out in a dance of joy. It seemed he is now friendly to you. You know what? You gotta check up with my master. He's a great lad and got the smarts. You'll get on with him easy. Hey, free copper. Looks like the creature has left its camp and now joined your group. Also, he shared some of his resources. Commander, the route he is presuming for you to take seems the same as the one that is leading us to the databank coordinates. Set off on your journey. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Wow, what's lying by the road over there? You know what? I think it even gave me back my shield and armor modules that I used. There's a large chest in the sand a few yards away. As soon as you come closer, a shrimp appears out of nowhere. Maybe it was guarding the treasure? Shrimp, let's be friends. Why not? Nope, I don't make friends with bipeds. The shrimp said ferociously and charged. Okay, I'll tie your mandibles in a knot. Alright, this isn't going to be too terrible. Stunned him. I would like it if I could come up with a little bit tougher of a punch. Basic attack. The enemy was defeated and your victory was awarded with loud applause and cheers of appreciation. What about the chest? With one powerful pull, you take the chest out of the sand. This is rather strange. A chest on the roadside, as if it had been left there for me. Also, the shrimp dropped some gold coins. Away with the doubts, my precious is awaiting me? Yeah, that's rather suspicious. I'd better leave it. I mean, it kind of looks like a mimic, doesn't it? It kind of looks like a mimic. Yeah, it's suspicious. I'll leave it. Although, I don't know. Like, the thing is, if you defeat a mimic, you get stuff from it, but, let's leave it. That's the cautious approach, although this one would probably boost me for my resolve. Take it. You open the chest, a loud bang. Damn, what was that? What's this pain? You had your hand torn off, the right one. Blood gushes onto the sand, but the pain slowly fades, and the chest, it's undamaged. You see a box inside. So it's here, my reward. I mean, it is very clearly a mimic right now. Hell, my reward. You open the box, a loud bang. It hurts like hell. It could happen again. This time it was your left hand that suffered, blood gushing again. But the pain slowly fades too. What's inside the box? It holds an even smaller box. Sure, let's just die to this thing. That's my challenge. I'll overcome all difficulties. Opening the box with my teeth is inconvenient, but if I try real hard, it opens, and there's silence. No explosion. There's a rock inside, a lump of coal. You put the rock in your mouth and hear loud words coming out of the box. 3, 2, 1, 4. Another explosion. Let us fly. You dart up around 1,000 feet. You see the hills, the desert, and even a settlement nearby. A beautiful vista. Besides, you're sure you heard somebody whisper in your ear it'd be unwise to loot everything you see here. Why? The chest. This is the thought you wake up with. It's all right. All limbs are intact. Sure, I did get some rest. That was just a dream. Commander, are you okay? Verdana must have just rebooted. Where have you been this time? Now you're rebooted. Glad to see you. Okay. Well, that worked out. Come on, come on. Got some carbon. I should probably replenish my shield, though. Yeah. So those are like the two most valuable items here. You see the wreckage of a ship in your way, not yours. Examine. Blueprint for a zap gun. There's some wreckage nearby. You might find some useful resources. The ship is suspiciously empty, as if someone had already rummaged through it. Some blueprints and a few dirty gauze bandages are lying next to the control panel. Check the blueprints. You notice a note next to the blueprints. Bill threw out those bandages already. They're soaked in the spittle of those critters. This is where the note abruptly ends. I'd better leave. Walking on the curved floor, you almost reach the exit to the desert. The door slams shut right behind your back, and you confront a security bot. Are you Bill? The security bot asks. Why, yes. Are you Bill? Yes, I am, Bill. You are not Bill. The robot groans and throws its first blow at you. I'll show you who's Bill here. I think we need to stun this thing. And then we need to shoot it. And then we need to, I guess, hit it? Hit it again. Okay, that was a bit of damage. I don't like whatever's glowing right there. It took health from me. Oh, you bastard. Use the armor module again before it kills me. Okay, that was bad. Come on, come on. Come on. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad one. The desert was hot and full of sand. Sand in your shoes. Sit down. Eventually you got rid of the sand, ready to move on. Base summoning tech still works. Okay, oh, and the salvage is actually still here. Okay. Anything new to unlock? Probably not. Oh, we can. Can unlock that one. Can also unlock salvage iron. Still can't do this one, though. I need tons of that. So I'm definitely going to have to play through multiple times to get these, to get that amount of stuff. Yeah, there's no way. Shield modules for sure. Hey, we now have booster pills too. But we definitely need one of those. We need more oil. That sucks. Okay. Well. Blast and dam. That's not cool. Could make another translator. Got 5 of those already. I don't need it. Improved corrosion phaser. And a zap pistol. Alright. Well, I guess I'd probably... Got enough carbon there. Build up some iron there. Take one of those. I think we're good on the charges, but I could always get it to full. Alright. Back out we go. Let's see. We need to turn on at least some shields. Time to meet some new friends. The desert was hot and full of sand. Sit down again. Beyond was a small hill covered in biting smoke. You see the outline of one of the pods launched from the ship. Carefully check out the site. Well, maybe I should wait until there's no more smoke. Maybe I'll get smoke damage. You check your equipment once again, waiting for a chance to safely explore the area. Suddenly, another shrimp emerges from behind the pod. Oh boy. Bring it on. Have a frank talk with the shrimp. You sang the aria of the Beauty and the Beast to the shrimp via a universal translator. You have a feeling the shrimp will never bite anyone again. Looks like it will starve to death. Take the loot. There's some oil. Maybe I should go back and get that right now. I should probably have at least a little bit of armor on me. Armor module. Yeah. So what's it going to take to unlock oil? I would imagine that's probably the next one. Like you get all of the crafting materials through that. All right. Good to go. This way to the oasis. Noted for Donna, the signal finds its origins here. Take the road. This way, shouted the small creature. There could be a possibility that his so-called boss has got hold of the databank, Commander. The route we are taking is the same. It does look the same, yes. What do we have here? You met a stranger. He seemed to be interested in exchanging some devices for scrap and resources. I guess we could do that. Give a lockpick. Some scrap. Oh, that's not too much. That was not worth it. 25 scrap. Even this jungle is filled with danger. An ambush! Ah. A toxic shrimp is blocking your way. You have to knock it out to get through. You know, I think I should just be using the gun a lot more, because scrap is actually relatively easy to come by. We probably need some iron. So, you know, I can recharge the gun really easily. You encounter a strange shrine, seems to be made of glass, and it had a door. Commander, it seems like one of those Carnage TV combat booths that were popular around the 215th century. they used to run a whole TV show with user-generated content from that. Verdana keeps you updated. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, this sounds like... So it's a combat simulator, then? But if it's just a simulator, surely... just go in. So it's doing real damage, though. That's not cool. Does a shit ton of fire damage. That was a mistake. Small container with a mechanical lock on the riverbank. Okay. So I can be healed just by teleporting back. I should not be using my bandages like that then. You saw a group of killer robots ahead. Seemed like they were chatting. Social killer robots. Verdana was intrigued. And you remember the existence of God thing I had so much trouble understanding? Well, guess what? I'm starting to grasp it now. Maybe, just maybe, it is a concept similar to zero in mathematics. The bot was having a very awkward conversation. I'll leave the bots to their philosophical discussion. Well then, we're going to have to set out right now. There will be no time to rest, noticed Verdana. Okay. Even this jungle is filled with danger. An ambush! A wild sand shrimp appeared. It looked hungry. No way to run, no way to hide. Let's go back. I have no oil. Damn. That's the thing I need. 35 of that and 35 of that. Okay. Wait a minute. What do you mean I don't have enough now? Now I've got enough. Nope, it didn't unlock anything new. Damn. Well, I can't make... Oh, I can make Keramite. I should be able to. So 40 of that and 80 of that. Does not make very much. 40 of that is 80 iron? 80 iron, yeah. That's a lot of materials right there. Metallic structure. Ooh. Rayfire condensate, a program for worker droids that allows the combination of primitive resources and more complex ones. Create acid, create shock elements. Oh boy, that is a crap ton of stuff there. I can craft a new war element. Gauss shotgun, huh? Got droids now. Not enough resources for a composite metallic structure. Okay. So does that mean I have to make one here? I have to find that, so that I'm assuming that's the thing I make here. It's not. Well, I mean, regardless, what I actually need is more. Oops, not that. Damn it. Alright. Where's my pistol? I need that thing. That thing, that thing. That. It's charge mode is what I want to do. So I almost wonder if it'd be worth doing a few runs of just material collecting. You know, just keep playing through, collect your stuff, and then do it for real while you're able to build a bunch of stuff. It's over here. The boss is here. I can't wait for you to meet him. The strange building was towering before you. The small creature disappeared in one of the dark corridors. His voice could still be heard. Step into the darkness. What is that? You heard a voice up ahead. Commander, there's something in the dark, Verdana shouted, sounded scared for some reason. Are you scared or what? You're a bot. How can you be scared? The figure stepped out of the light. Good day, traveler, he said. I am Blake. No need to be scared. Long have I waited for someone from the outside to come across me. The local population is not as promising as I was programmed to think. Trying to think of what I want here for points. I guess this. Programmed? I am an android, created to serve and guide growing human colonies. I hold a generation database drive in my so-called brain. We have landed on Horizon in 15622 AD. But not everything went as planned. There's an anomaly on the planet. A gravitational anomaly is blocking anyone from leaving Horizon. I have taken some time to research its origins. I had a lot of time to do so, but could not compose a solution. I may be an android that keeps all humanity's knowledge stored inside, but I am unable to gain access to it without a living human brain. Only one of your kind with a certain IQ level can unlock the data hidden inside me. I knew it. He is a freak, Verdana loudly whispered in your ear. It even hurt a bit. Blake saw your facial expression. Do not worry. I do not need to eject your brain from your head. I just need for a certain amount of intelligent human to be near me. Okay. This planet is corrupted by a force of rogue humans, but their intellectual capacity remains appalling. My primary mission is to bring prosperity to Horizon, and to do that, I would need more humans to come to Horizon. But that could only be achieved if only someone would be able to escape the gravitational anomaly and tell others about the planet. I presume you arrived here on a ship. I would like to have a look at its systems. Maybe I could find a way for us to use its remains to solve our problem. That would help you leave the planet. Commander, I have a very bad feeling about this bot. Nowadays, androids are all about breaking the laws of robotics. It's a crazy trend. They get humans killed and then make photos of them and post them to their intergalactical bot network. I'm feeling that this is one of those guys. Who else would go downshifting to a planet like this? Let's just lead this bot over to some desolate area and drop him there. I'm not joking, Commander, because it doesn't seem like he's willing to leave us alone. Tell Blake about your crashed ship and lead him there. Maybe he'll find a way to use the remains for your escape. Or tell Blake the false coordinates of your ship. Lead Blake to a desolate location in the desert and drop him off there. Well, don't we know we need him? We just don't want him to destroy the thing. However, like, the whole point is to find all the death scenes anyway, right? So we can restart and move over. Whatever. Tell him about the crashed ship. You open the portable map and show the real coordinates of your ship. Great, let's head out right away. So it doesn't seem like Sid is coming along this time. You input the coordinates of your ship into Blake. This would be the optimal route, noted Blake, and went forward. You're still grumpy, Verd? Let's hope that it's just my human-like algorithm going nuts, she replied. Blake was getting quite ahead of you, and you followed. Part 2, the Scavenger. Guess I'd like to activate my shield here. Probably should do that now. You saw a group of pygmies playing a strange game with a portable reactor. Maybe if you stopped them, you could take the tech yourself. Do we want to, though? So far we're on good terms with the pygmies. I feel like scaring them away is a bad idea. Do we want the portable reactor? Let's walk away this time. According to Blake, you reached Old Mines. There was a path that could lead you to your ship over here. You had a little time. The local sand shrimps were out looking for food, and it wasn't your plan to become one. Okay, scan the area ahead for danger. You took some time to set up the scanner, but did not find anything special ahead, or at least your device did not tell you anything, but one of the shrimps caught your tail. Your trail, rather. crashed ship was just ahead. Maybe Blake would discover something that would help you get out of the planet. The path took you under the mountains, through an ancient fortress. An old fortress of some sort towered before you. We should move on, mentioned Blake. Why's that? There's something in that fort? Questioned Verdana. I mean, we're probably going to find some kind of robot, but there's going to be rewards, right? Risk and reward. Explore the fort. The fortress seemed to be some kind of old military base. Unknown markings filled the walls. We should wait out the shrimps and move on as soon as possible. Blake was getting restless. You stumbled across the base and eventually walked into a room that had a huge hole in the wall that uncovered it to the rest of the cave. A large piece of your ship's hull structure penetrated the fort and wrecked most of the tech here. I mean, salvage. We could use some salvage. I don't get this. Like, don't waste your time salvaging and just investigate further? I don't know. We probably want to get out of here before the shrimps show up. Okay. Investigate further. You found a row of old cryocapsules. Nobody was inside. They were wide open and covered by dust. One of the capsules seemed to differ. It had a huge crack in its shield array and was not so dusty on the inside. As you bent down to look closer at the inside of the capsule, you heard a voice coming from behind. And it was not Blake or Verdana. A figure standing in front of you. It was a girl. You have a feeling she's aiming at you. We probably don't want to tempt her there. Yeah, well, I didn't expect this. It's not really so much another run as it is a continuation, because it basically just reset us with everything that I had. If we had had to start over from scratch, yeah, I would have stopped. But since it was basically just continuing the story, it's not really starting over. Get up and shake off the dust in silence. Are you hurt? Need any meds? I mean, no, I'm not hurt, actually. Let me introduce myself. My name is... I don't remember asking your name. The girl shouldered her weapon and turned away. Follow me if you want to get out, but please spare me your chatter. Okay. It's going to be okay. Let's get out of here. The girl ignored you and started to move forward. I'll be going ahead and scouting the surroundings. You stick to this pathway, she said from the distance. A shrimp suddenly jumped out in front of you. It was ready to attack. Convince it that its intentions are wrong. The shrimp went into a trance and started exploring the sand under its feet. From the looks of it, it was all it cared about. Take whatever you can and move forward. I need a hack virus for that, unfortunately. Okay. You saw a group of pygmies arguing about something. Just beat them up. Try to understand their mumbling. The pygmies could not decide which of them should get a looted shield module. Didn't seem they knew its purpose. I mean, we're probably gonna have to fight this one, huh? Point at the small pygmy? Sure. The small pygmy got attacked in an instant, and the other pygmies started to fight. Meanwhile, you can take the loot they gathered. Fantastic. We need that oil. I'll head right back. Have we unlocked anything new here? No, 35 is what I need for that. Droids, still no. So we're going to need one of those. And one of those. And that's all the oil. Oh, you need oil for bandages too? Well, I think we're okay. My guns, I think, are good. Let's just keep going. Should maybe get more translators and whatnot. You saw someone's silhouette, but you could not make out who it was from the distance. I think this is the same thing, right? Go towards him. The Wanderer was approaching you. You could already make out something from his outlines. Go toward him again. Turned out to be a silent merchant. A small animal that was sitting on his shoulder stared at you and said in a mechanical voice, "Trade something or beat it, you bag of bones. Here's the menu. Make it quick." Exchange a translator for scrap. This is giving this up for scrap. We don't need anything. It'd be nice to trade the other way. You found some strange crate with a head-mounted device was lying next to it. Put the device on your head? Sure. Welcome to the virtual bout. You have to break the enemy throne. Oops. No, wait. You have to defeat this bot. Yes. That was what you heard. Take off the helmet and leave? Yeah, we don't... I mean, this is... You die in the game, you die in real life sort of thing. I'm kind of tired of the fighting. I'm tired of wasting materials, constantly rebuilding stuff when I need it for the actual mission. You stepped into the shade of your ruined ship. It was a total wreck. The walls were deformed to the point the whole structure peeked out of the cracks. Your ark has docked its final haven, said the stranger. It was a sad, but a truthful remark. Blake and Verdana seemed to be very suspicious of your new companion. Verdana, what's the status of the ship? Oh no, my high quasi-cranium analyzer. Look what you've done. Everything is ruined. Verdana was quite upset. The ship was in a complete mess. It needed serious repairs if you wanted to fly it away from here. You had to check the command point of the ship to find out if anything useful still functioned. Okay. What you doing there? And that was not Verdana's mumbling. Even considering the fact that her favorite ship was in total ruins, your new company was somewhat more dangerous, sure. It was a group of bandits. The largest one of them stood right before you. I mean, we could get into a fight, or try telling him a joke. The bandit grabbed you by your jacket and growled, "Oi, you think that's funny, mate?" Then he took a small pause and burst out laughing. "I'm not fighting this boy." He told the other bandits and left. Oh, the other two bandits were left without their leader and were quite puzzled. What do we do now? Scare them away with a sand shrimp? Sure. Or act like another bandit and boss them around? Stand there and wait for them to realize. That seems like they're just going to turn on me. Shout, "Oh look, there's a sand shrimp," and make a terrified face. The bandits ran off, leaving some of their stuff behind. The hypothetical sand shrimp was not a joke. The real sand shrimp... come on. I think what I resent the most is that the enemies seem to have stronger attacks progressively. You know, like, it's not a thing where I can get stronger against, like, a basic sand shrimp. Like, they're always going to get stronger, which, yeah, you know, I guess from a gameplay perspective you want that, otherwise it gets too easy, but still. The ship was in ruins. This thing needed some serious repairs to be able to fly now, and you had no time for that. You asked Verdana if she would be able to sync with her core. That was the only way you could check the ship's systems. My ship's modules are destroyed, so you'll have to connect me through the hardware. I won't be able to interact with you while I'm inside the system, warned Verdana. Take my AI chip and plug it into the central unit. You plugged Verdana's chip into the ship's core and sat down to wait. Blake was looking at the girl with a very suspicious face for an android. Soon Verdana emerged back. Well, Commander, practically all modules are destroyed. Only the SOL drive along with the geo-coordinate scanner are intact. The SOL drive? It's not the first time you asked for this, Commander. Speed of light drive. Everyone knows you can't travel faster than light. Can we make any use of that, Blake? The SOL drive? That is an inner loop-based engine. It might work. I would need to take it to my base in the jungle and give it a few runs, but if I am correct, we might have a way out of this planet on our hands, replied Blake. Your minion spoke of the geoscanner, the girl said. A way to investigate the soil of this planet? Soil of this planet? Before you could react, Verdana burst out, "Hey, you Mrs. Longlegs! You're lucky that I do not have a physical form. I am not a minion." Then she calmed down a bit. Well, I was planning to scan the area in any case, and in a few seconds you had a holo map right in front of you. The lot of you stared at the map. There was one strange patch of land somewhere to the north of your location. No signal could be picked up from the area. It was blank. But the weird thing was that you could see it spreading. "What is that area?" the girl inquired. "We must check it. I hope I am wrong, but a source of great evil may have arisen there. Your quest of escape will prove futile if you do not help me." Don't you have others of your kind who could help you? There should have been others to help me, but for some reason none of them have been animated yet, said the girl. She looked at Blake. It seemed his appearance held her back, for some reason. Are these rival androids or something? It is a very long story, and I need help now. I will tell you the details as soon as I can. Believe me, please, the girl continued. She came closer and whispered to you, My people value the knowledge of the name deeply. Mine is Ada. I hope you will prove as a statement of my good... That will prove as a statement of my goodwill. I would not interrupt your lovely chatter, but as far as I remember, you were on a quest to escape the planet, to reach out to the rest of the human civilization, tell them about Horizon, and bring them here to colonize it. And if you don't, you will just be gobbled up by the local fauna, Blake reminded you. Yeah. Well, obviously, Blake is now a sinister character in this storyline. We will ignore Blake's proposal and follow Ada to the Dark Desert to search for the ancient cryptic artifact. Okay, let's go do some ghost busting, you told Ada. Got some crazy stuff going on there, and I'd love to have a look at it. I'm an adventurer, not a coward. Blake looked at you questionably and then stepped back into the darkness. On your way to the Dark Desert, Ada told you about the reason for her worries. She was a warden from an ancient civilization that trapped a sentient neutron star in the form of an artifact. A huge space station was constructed as a prison for this artifact, keeping anyone from entering or leaving. Hence the planet, huh? But something went wrong. The wardens did not wake up from their cryosleep, and she was the last of them. Now she had to find the artifact and make sure nobody else reaches it. Once we do all that, we're going to attempt to activate the Horizon Station. That will let us recall other enclaves of my civilization. Wasn't activating it the bad thing last time? I guess no, we turned off the reactor last time. Your quest is clear. Part 3, Isolation. Alright. A great opportunity, I guess. You saw a crate that was sinking in the sands. The area was dangerous. Lockpick it real fast. You nearly got sucked by the sands, but you managed to get some loot. Not worth it. A great opportunity. A strange hologram appeared just as you passed the area. Entrance forbidden, it exclaimed. Judging by the fact there was nothing else to stop you, it seemed the hologram was just malfunctioning. Try to talk with it. You spoke to the hologram and managed to fry its AI with logical paradox. The emitter was a bit damaged, but still useful as a resource. Oil, huzzah. Okay, time to head back. Okay. Well, I think we'll call this one for today. Maybe continue on. I don't mind continuing them this next week. This is actually a little bit deeper than I was expecting it. A little bit more involved. I don't know that I will try to go through all 24 paths, but I also don't know what the good ending is, so we may have no choice here. And it makes me wonder, too, if I'm going to have to start taking or making a map of all the branching storylines, because they have to overlap. There's no way you can't get all 24 without a little overlap of choices, I would think. But well, not for months, but I don't think it's going to take months. Like I think if there is a good ending, I think we can find it pretty easily in just a few tries. But yeah, no, I wouldn't go for all the endings. That's a little insane. Unless the golden ending is like the only good ending, but I don't know. I mean, there is definitely a lot here. We've unlocked all the salvage stuff, so there can't be more than that for the rest of this. And there can't be too much here, but I mean, the droid stuff, we don't even have the materials for this, and look how many options there are for this. How do we even do this? There's definitely a few pathways. Like, I feel like it's an illusion that there's the 24 endings, and it's really more like you're meant to go through this several iterations for like 4 endings. You know what I mean? Like the death is just a chance for you to build yourself back up, and there's only a handful of true endings, as opposed to all of them being death. I don't know. No. But, I mean, so I have a few other games. I guess we could do that, kind of like we did this one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just some little difference at the end there. Um, so I've got a few other games I could try that probably will be just short attempts at them, and then come back and finish the stream off with playing this. So we wouldn't just do a full stream of this, I guess. But I don't know. I'm a little bit more interested than I thought I would be in this for sure. But anyway, I will end the stream for today. So thanks for watching. Have a good whatever. And we'll just continue on playing these sorts of games. I've got so many games. So I've got 2 others in my Steam library. And then, I don't know, half a dozen at least in my GOG library. So if this gets to be too boring, we've always got options. But oh, okay. Sorry, Pocket Ninja. We're not doing a 5-hour stream today, so yep. Have a good whatever, and I will see you next week.